Hi guys, today is August 20th, 2020, and futures are pointing to a lower open as Fed minutes were released, and it was showing that members of the Fed are concerned about the ongoing pandemic and how it's going to affect the economy. So futures are low based on that, and also weekly jobless claims came in not so hot, back above 1 million. So also not so hot numbers. So we're struggling a bit this morning. So we'll see what happens during the day. But so far, we're futures are below right now. So let's jump to SPY ETF or S&P 500, and SPY is trading lower and recently reached this all-time high level of 339, but it didn't stay there. So it didn't close, but right now it's trading lower, and we'll see what happens. But in my opinion, I still have this support and resistance lines, and I think, in my opinion, it's going higher, no matter what. So we'll see what happens. Let's jump to stocks. And by the way, if you want to see what I'm trading in my portfolio, you can check out the Patreon link in the description of this video. So let's start with Home Depot. So Home Depot reported numbers recently, reported excellent earnings, beat on top and bottom. Comparable store sales jumped 23.4% versus 10.9% expected. But Home Depot is trading a little bit overbought. I mean, it came down on earnings, even though they reported excellent earnings, but it came down because it came in very hot into this report, and looks like it might go lower a bit because it's just too high in my opinion. And I think in low 270s it would be a good buy for me for Home Depot, but not here. Okay, Walmart. So we're going through the retailers. Walmart came in at 31 cents better than expected. As they said that U.S. e-commerce sales nearly doubled, and actually I like Walmart more than Home Depot right now, because it came down a little bit, and there is a very strong support line around this area, like 132, 133 area, and I think it could be an interesting buy for me for Walmart. Okay, KohL's. KohL's reported earnings, reported smaller than expected loss. Revenue came in above estimates. However, it declined to report comparable store sales and said that the pandemic will continue to impact its business. So in general, KohL's, in my opinion, is a hold. So, I mean, it's trading in pretty low, but I think it's going to be in a penalty box for a while. And if it comes down to $18 area, I would be more interested in KohL's, but not right now. KSS. Okay, Target. Target reported spectacular earnings, actually. Reported $3.38, substantially higher than $1.62 expected. Revenue also beat. Comparable store sales jumped 24.3%. Digital sales nearly tripled. So Target, even though it was trading very high, and RSI to me is overbought, but still, I mean, the earnings were like really shocking to me. I mean, spectacular, better than other retailers, it looks like. So I think Target will continue to show strengths on this report, but I would be very careful at this levels. So I don't know if I want to buy it here, even though I expect it to show strengths, but I would let it come down a little bit before I buy Target. TGT. Okay, Lowe's. Stock symbol LOW. Okay, Lowe's reported also great earnings, 375 versus 295. Revenue also above estimates. Digital sales up by 135%. I mean, we see the continuous strengths in these retailers, especially home improvement retailers, because people stay at home and they try to do home projects. And these retailers are like Home Depot, Lowe's, and Target, and Walmart. They benefit tremendously from this. And so Lowe's trading very high. I mean, RSI above, but still continues to go higher. I wouldn't be buying this. I would like it to come down to low 150s before I buy this, but in general, very good report, and I would be watching for lows on it to buy it on dips. Gilead, poor Gilead. I mean, it's trading really low. Treatment for rheumatoid arthritis will not be approved in its current form by FDA. I mean, the Gilead is trading very low in my opinion. I mean, it's trading up to oversold territory. But if it comes down a little bit lower, even closer to $65, I mean, it's starting to get interested with Gilead, because it's not such a bad company to trade this low. And I think like $64 could be an interesting buy for me for Gilead, especially considering that it's oversold, right, in the oversold territory. So it might bounce a little bit. Sorrento Therapeutics. So Sorrento Therapeutics is it's a battleground stock pretty much. It started with actually the known short seller Hindenburg Research writing a piece about Sorrento, and a negative piece about Sorrento. And Sorrento said that it's going to fight the accusations by this short seller. Later, it fired the CFO Jing Shero without specifying why. And also, yesterday I think it filed for an investigational new drug application with FDA for COVID guide treatment for hospitalized patients. So unbelievable. I mean, what a saga. But in general, I think they have a lot of good things going as well, not only negative things. And they have a number of tests and treatments. They're trying to promote, and I think it could be an interesting buy in like $10 area to me. I mean, it came up to like $19, but I thought it was too high. But now at like $11, $10, maybe it's like an interesting spec buy, in my opinion. Okay, Uber and Lyft. Okay, these stocks are very low because of the California recent law that makes them basically forces them to consider their drivers as employees. But they looks like they found a turnaround. Basically. They can go around that solution, and they can go to a licensing model in California, which should allow them not classify their drivers as employees. So I think these stocks trading very low, especially Lyft. I like Lyft a lot, and it's trading again lower this morning, but I think it could be an interesting buy in my opinion. I mean, it's kind of breaking through this support line, but it's holding so far. So I think I would be interested to buy, especially Lyft in this area. Gilead Technologies. I like this company a lot. This company provides analytical instruments, software, services, and consumables to laboratory workflow. It reported earnings 12 cents above estimates, said next quarter will be the most challenging one, but it's actually trading pretty high, but it might go actually higher. It's a very interesting company, very promising company, and I think it's a buy. Okay, LUV. Southwest Airlines, they said that its cash burn per day in July was 17 million versus 18 million expected, and now it's estimating its third quarter cash burn rate of 20 million versus 23 million expected. So LUV is a better airline, and the management is really good, and they could be, in my opinion, they could be bought, as well as Delta Airlines. And Delta Airlines, by the way, is adding 2 US-China weekly flights to their schedule to address rising demand. So Delta and LEV are the 2 airlines I would focus on if you want to invest in airlines, because they're the better airlines, in my opinion. Okay, GRWG. So GRWG is an interesting company, a farm supplies company, reported very good earnings recently. CEO appeared also recently on Mad Money and said that the business is booming. So GRWG, I mean, it's trading at an all-time high. RSI is very overbought, so I would be very careful at these heights. I think the stock may come down a little bit, so I wouldn't be buying it. Wait for it to come down like in at least like $18 area before you jump into the stock. NVidia. Okay, so NVIDIA reported very good earnings last night, very strong numbers, and issued even stronger outlook. And but the stock came in very hot into this report. I mean, it's risen like, I don't know, it was trading in March, April at $180, and now it's trading close to $500. I mean, it's just way too high. It was inevitable that it would come down a little bit. So, but I would be buying on a weakness in NVIDIA, because NVIDIA is NVIDIA. I mean, it's like a really good chip maker, and one of the better one. But their business is outstanding, and it looks like, and it's booming as well. So if it comes down to like I would say for $70, for $65 area, I would jump into the stock. Intel. So Intel is rising this morning after announcing accelerated $10 billion stock buyback program, and the CEO saying that stock is trading well below their intrinsic valuation. And I actually agree that Intel is trading really low, and could go up a little bit, and around like $49, under $50. I think it's a really good time to buy Intel. NIO. Okay, so NIO launched a new battery leasing service where drivers could buy a car without a battery, and that in turn would lower the price of the car. So that's pretty good news, but expected news for NIO. And I actually will have a special video on NIO probably tomorrow in the afternoon, and maybe the day after tomorrow, we'll see. But in general, NIO is trading in the range for the past couple of weeks, and I think it's accumulating, and the shares may go higher, but you have to be patient with that. Okay, BJ. BJs Wholesale Club, it's a wholesale retailer, reported earnings that beat by 17 cents revenue, and comparable store sales were also above estimates. It's a really good company, actually, reporting beat after beat after beat after quarter, and I think it would be a really good buy for BJ. XLNX. Okay, so XLNX is a chip maker, and they reported that them and Japanese company Subaru struck a deal for XLNX to supply chips for Subaru's new driving assistance program. So XLNX came down at the point where it could be an interesting buy, in my opinion. Okay, that's it, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click the like button. I'll see you Monday for my regular video, and maybe earlier for my in-depth video on NIO.